morning. Thank you for coming to our celebration for Mom's life. I'm John, the third of 8 children. How can you try to summarize an amazing 92 years in a few minutes? Amazing. This is my perspective on how Anna Marie Bertalotto Yuhas is an amazing woman with an amazing life story. Her life was shaped from the challenges of the Great Depression. Mom's stories of the events surrounding her father's death when she was 6 years old were vivid to her even to her last days. This was followed by very difficult times, including the loss of her family farm and home, and her recollection of the family being evicted by the sheriff. Mom's life stories had characteristics similar to parables, with her life lessons for her children. One story often told was when one of her family cows got into the neighbor's pasture. When her father went to retrieve the cow, the neighbor made her dad pay a couple of dollars, a huge amount of money at that time. The same incident replayed itself again sometime later, with the same neighbor asking for money. A little later after this, the roles were reversed, and one of the neighbor's horses got into my mom's family pasture. When the neighbor came for his horse and asked Mom's dad, "How much do I owe you?" her dad replied, "Nothing." Sometime after that, there was a thunderstorm, and lightning struck that neighbor's tree, killing several of his cows. My mom would pause with silence, as nothing further was needed to be said on how to treat your neighbors in life. Mom's greatest accomplishment and joy was her family. After an unsuccessful first pregnancy, she had a deep sadness of the thought of possibly not having any children. Really, Mom? Her children's lives and their families were her life's work. Not only did she know all of her children's time of birth, weight, and length, she could recite all their Social Security numbers. The details of her grandchildren were held in similar fashion. Each of her childbirths had a special story. Her story with me was, "I was wild with you. They had to tie me down." Sorry, Mom. Her love of family was not limited only to her family, but to others. She was very, very social. She loved to engage in conversation with everyone. She loved to talk with you, and when she talked with you, she was truly interested in you and your family. She could surprise relatives and family acquaintances with her knowledge of their families and details they may have long forgotten. This was not gossip, but a genuine concern for others. And if she found that you were in need, she would try to help you. Mom possessed an unbelievable strength and optimism. When news of her cancer diagnosis loomed in 2005, she asked, "It's not good, is it?" but quickly followed with, "Don't worry, I'll be okay." Her stage 4 cancer diagnosis in 2005 carried a 10% chance of survival in 5 years. She chose aggressive 4-drug chemotherapy, and as the months passed and the test came back good, her chemo meds were stopped one by one, and eventually all of them were discontinued. She has gone 8 years without any chemo or any signs of cancer recurrence. A miracle? Several of her doctors have said that. A couple of years ago, I was with Mom and Dad at one of the local boats, and I plopped down in front of a slot machine next to my mom, and I proclaimed, "I feel lucky today," to which she responded without missing a beat, "I feel that way every day." She was also grateful to everyone throughout her life, and even in the last few years of her illnesses, she always showed gratitude and never forgot to say thank you. For those of you who have met her and known her, you are aware of her kindness, optimism, patience, and gratitude. For those of you who have not spent time with her but know her children, you know Mom because her children possess her qualities, but only the good ones. My dad's tribute to my mom today was from a card we recently found, which he gave to Mom on their last year's wedding anniversary. In the card, Dad wrote, in his own handwriting, which didn't use it too that often, "If I get to heaven, it'll all be because of you. I love you. I've always believed that the day my dad died 6 months ago today, Mom received a new strength and energy that was visible to all. I believe some part of Dad's strength and spirit transferred to Mom. I pray now that her strength and spirit will transfer to each of you who knew her and those of you who have heard her story today. The world would be a better place if it could be a little bit more like Mom, a little more patient, a little more optimistic, a little more loving, and a little more grateful. Every day as her children went off to school, and even into the adult years, Mom would stand on the front porch and yell straight ahead. Mom, it is truly an amazing 92 years of life, and we all say to you today, we love you, keep on smiling, and straight ahead.